You ready?
Yes, sir.
What is your client's name?
Alan Mineros Perez.
All right, we're gonna go on the record in 2021 CR 6862 State versus Alan Mineros Perez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
Dante Dominguez for Mr. Mineros Perez.
And are you Mr. Mineros Perez?
See, yes.
All right, so first thing we need to take up is this motion to substitute attorney. Defense has filed this motion. State, I'm assuming you have no objection?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Mineros Perez, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
See, yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alan Mineros. Alan Mineros.
All right, do you have any objection to Attorney Dominguez substituting in on this case and being your attorney in this case?
No. No.
All right, then the court will sign that motion. All right, the next thing, is your client a citizen?
I believe he is a licensed legal permanent resident, Your Honor.
All right, is that correct, Mr. Perez?
See, yeah.
All right, we can go off the record. Where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, the state has provided everything the state has. I do believe since Mr. Dominguez is just getting on, I don't know if he's had a chance to review it.
Okay, so is there any CPS records in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you have those CPS records? All right, thank you. And counsel, what date are you available? The last date we will have in this court will be December 19th. Are you in town on December 19th?
I am, Your Honor,
All right,
and I could be here.
all right. So Norma, on Mineros Perez, we're going to come back on December 19th for discovery. And state, do you have the CPS records? And counsel, while she's looking for that, do you speak Spanish fluently?
Un poquito. Not perfectly fluently. I'll make sure that if I need a private interpreter, I can have someone from my office accompany me.
All right, thank you. See, I understood what that meant when you said that.
I'm really good on vacation, in a restaurant, in a Home Depot, but you know, the legal jargon, I'll want some help to make sure I do it correctly. We appreciate your thoroughness in getting an interpreter here for this morning.
Oh, no problem. I want to make sure that everybody understands everything.
Gracias. Thank you.
De nada. That's all I really know. I don't even know if I'm putting the proper accent on that or not.
No, good accent.
Yes, Your Honor, we do have them.
See?
All right, so if you all will give me the protective orders to sign, and I'll put that in the notes. All right, so we'll be back on December 19th, and that's to make sure that your attorney has all of this discovery. Then the next setting in this case will be a plea deadline date. If he has the discovery, then the next setting will be a jury trial, if that's where this heads. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing further from the defense, ma'am.
All right, then you're all excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And Norma, what page is he on? Thank you. All right, thank you. Yes. I just need to put it in the system. Just give me a moment. All right, who's here?
Catherine Gale Grabs, Jennifer Elizabeth Grabs, age 36. Behar County. 2023 theft prop $2,500, 2/more prev convictions bond $3,000. Travis County. 2015 cruelty non-LVSTK, FL/PRV/TRNSPT/by/DISM. The evidence is insufficient. 2013 theft prop equals $50 to $500, 10 days jail. 2010 forgery financial instrument, 6 months deferred. Brazos County. 2016 motion to revoke. 2014 theft $50 W/previous conviction. 2014 Jed Nisi /theft 50/W previous convictions. 2014 fail to identify giving false/fictitious info. Hayes County. 2018 AGG robbery F1 dismissed. 2018, another, AGG robbery F1, sentenced 6 years. Williamson County. 2018 AGG robbery convicted, sentenced 10 years 513 days credit. This is not all of her arrests, jail time and prison time. She has a lot, but each county doesn't share, and she is using 2 identities. Behar County. September 27, 2023, same day, PR bond. Hayes County. May 9, 2018, 269 days, 100,000 bond. Brazos County. January 11, 2017, 34 days, time served. April 28, 2015, 6 days, 6,000 bond. July 8, 2014, 2 days, $2,000 bond and fines. 04/30/2014, 4 days, $2,000 bond. Williamson County. April 23, 2019, 184 days, released to other agency.
On Catherine Grabs. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 009739, State of Texas versus Catherine Gail Grabs. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Ray Zapata.
All right. All right, so on this case, your attorney is withdrawing for medical issues. Has that been discussed with you?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any objection?
Amendment.
All right, so the court is going to grant the motion unless there is any objection. Now, the next question is, was Ms. Kell appointed or not?
She was appointed. Yes.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll make sure that before you leave here today, that you have an attorney to represent you, okay?
Sorry.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate
Thank you.
that.
Just remain in the courtroom.
Yes, ma'am.
Joshua Garza? All right, Joshua Garza? Come forward.
Hi, Judge. Okay, so this is a compliance hearing, Judge. A supplemental report was sent in. A supplemental report was sent in, asking the court for permission to amend conditions of his no contact order to no harmful or injurious contact
Mhm.
with victim Abigail Gallardo. The CSO spoke with Miss Abigail and she expressed wanting the no contact order to be lifted because she currently lives with the probationer and his family. In addition, we did verify that he is currently enrolled in the IPP. He is also currently enrolled in intensive outpatient treatment. And I did speak with ADA Saldana to get their input and believe that there's no objection to lifting it and putting it as no harmful or injurious. They do have a 2-year-old son.
So what have you learned?
To not use your temper or anything, you can control your own emotions, Your Honor. I've learned that from the IOP and the bid classes, but basically they're basically just teaching you how to control yourself better, you know.
All right, so normally in a situation, well, I won't say normally, I take every case on a case-by-case basis, but it appears that the complainant wants you there. You know, I'm weighing certain things because it appears this is the only place she has to stay. So I'm weighing that against the fact that both state and probation, you're saying that he's currently in compliance
Yes, Judge.
and he's doing the BIP classes, which is to help him with his anger issues. And maybe it's best because at least we can monitor how things go while he's on probation. And if he wasn't on probation, it appears that they would get back together without our supervision. So I'll alter amend conditions to include the no harmful or injurious contact with the complainant.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you. You're welcome. All right, who's here on Dominic Comacho? Dominic Comacho. Where's your student?
I don't know where she is. There you go, come on.
You got to stick to him like glue. All right. So last time we were here, there were some issues with Discovery, the video. Where are we on that?
Yes, Your Honor, we discussed that today and we've made sure that all of that's taken care of.
I agree, Judge. It's been resolved.
We also did convey an offer.
Okay.
this evening.
And so if you can set us for I think in your courtroom, you do a plea date, Judge.
Yes,
If we could do that prior to December 16th, please.
yes, we can. All right. We have the 9th, the 10th, or the 12th. All right, your client wants the 12th.
Let's do the 12th. That's fine.
All right, Norma, if you recall this back for a plea deadline date, December 12th. Is there anything else?
No, Judge.
Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Norma, what page is he on?
Page 3.
All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Just have a seat and they will take the reset form to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Judge.
Have a good one.
You have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. All right, who's here on David Allen Hernandez? All right,
Judge, Mr. Hernandez is in custody.
I'll come down. All right, so I see that you filed a motion to suppress. Is that motion going to be dispositive or not?
No, Judge, the state's made an offer that we're accepting. We were just going to ask if we could come back on Monday to enter the plea.
All right, there's no reason you can't do it today?
I've got to get to an appointment, Judge. So I was hoping we could just move it to Monday, the 25th, or
I can bring it back on Thursday, 21st.
is that this one?
Yes, that's this week.
Yeah, that's fine, Judge.
All right, Norma, Hernandez is coming back on the 21st for disposition.
Thank you.
Maybe,
All right,
Judge?
yes, that will be your final plea deadline date. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's here on David Vargas? Good morning. Okay, where is?
me, Judge.
Good morning, how's it going?
Good. Happy holidays.
Oh, yes.
They're here already.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we need to set you all for jury trial, correct?
I believe so. The state wanted some more time to talk to the complaining witness,
All right,
and we got some recent
We
news.
also received some school records for the complainant. They have been uploaded to Veripic 4 days ago.
Mhm.
But I just checked and Veripic is asking you to put a password. So we need to remove the password so defense can have access to those records. I don't mind sitting in for trial, but I also would like time to talk to the complainant on this case. Last time we were here, I think it was in front of Judge Angelini.
Mhm.
I think it was automatic with this.
That's correct, Judge. And we have no objection to that.
all right, Ms. Ferguson. Recall this for December 17th, and that will be your final plea deadline date. I understand that there may be some information
Yes, ma'am.
that if parties were privy to, who knows, maybe this will work out, maybe it won't. But we'll bring it back on December 17th for your final plea deadline date, and after that, you'll be scheduled for a jury trial.
Sounds good, Judge.
All right, once you
Thank you.
sign the reset form, you're excused.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good
All
holiday.
right, you too, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court. All right, thank you. Norma, what page is he on? Thank you.
Laura Gallegos Mendez, age 57. 2024 Ag Assault W/deadly weapon. Bond $75,000, family violence, 31 arrests in this county sentencing today. 2007 SMEX worker 3 or more priors dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2006 SMEX worker 3 or more priors, convicted, sentenced 1 year. 2004 SMEX worker 3 or more priors, dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2004 SMEX worker 3 or more priors, convicted, sentenced 20 months. 2004, another, SMEX worker 3 or more priors, convicted, sentenced 20 months concurrent with prior sentence. 2004, yet another, SMEX worker 3 or more priors, convicted, sentenced 20 months concurrent with prior sentence. 2002 SMEX worker 3 or more priors convicted, sentenced 13 months. 2001 SMEX worker second, 21 days time served of 41-day sentence. 1999 POS CSPG 1 less than 1 gram, convicted 2 years probation, revoked after 2 MTRs, sentenced 18 months prison. 1999 SMEX worker second, dismissed, other. 1998 SMEX worker second, convicted, 75 days, sent expired early 28 days. 1998 theft $50 to $500, convicted, sentenced 48 days, sent expired early 24 days. 1997 SMEX worker second. Convicted, sentenced 75 days, sent expired early 26 days. 1997 Crim trespass building convicted, sentenced 60 days. 1996 SMEX worker second. Convicted, sentenced 90 days, sent expired early 75 days. 1996 SMEX worker second, convicted, sentenced 1 year. 1996 SMEX worker second, convicted, sentenced 1 year probation, revoked sentenced 58 days, concurrent with prior sentence. 1995 SMEX worker convicted, sentenced 6 months deferred, revoked sentenced 36 days.
Laura Mendez. Court is calling 2024 CR 008820, State of Texas versus Laura Mendez. Deputy Laura, could you move them to the other end? Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Eric Baker for Ms. Mendez, Judge.
And are you Miss Mendez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $100 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with the affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There be no contact with Jesus Rodriguez, that there be a TAP evaluation, follow all recommendations, a mental health evaluation, follow all recommendation, and the MRT course. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we'd request sentencing.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, my client is well informed of the court's, how the court conducts probation, and that the court is strict but fair. We've talked about all the conditions. She has and she's willing to comply and able to comply with all those conditions. Additionally, she has a supportive place to go home to that doesn't involve being anywhere near the complainant in this case. And on that basis, I've asked the court to give her that opportunity to take advantage of her adjudication.
All right, state, have you been in contact with the complainant?
Multiple attempts to get a hold of the complainant, however, none of them have been successful.
All right, thank you. You may be excused. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
From 24 to 40.
All right, do you have any grandchildren?
I do.
What are their ages?
From 2 years old to 22.
All right, and who would you be staying with if you were released?
I'm staying with my aunt.
All right, any children in the home? All right. When's the last time you had employment?
Right before I got incarcerated.
All right, and what do you do?
Housekeeping.
All right, this is what the court will do. Court will sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. There's $100 fine that will be probated, affirmative finding of family violence, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's to be no contact with Jesus Rodriguez. If you have clothing items with him, the only way you are allowed to go to obtain those clothing items is with the police escort. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's to be no contact. I don't understand the need for the MRT course, because what I'm reading in the stipulations is that this relationship, he would hit on her, she would hit on him. And the final straw, according to the stipulations, is that she accused him of cheating. Both parties were drinking and she stabbed him.
I agree.
All right. It's probably best that you not enter into any other relationships until you work on yourself. And sometimes you have to work on yourself to understand, why did I stay in this relationship? And therapy usually helps with that. So that maybe if you decide to be in another relationship, you'll be able to recognize signs where it's toxic or signs where that person is an abuser or whatever it may be. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I can't forbid you from being in relationships, right? But I can forbid you from being with Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody. And while you're on probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol at all. That means at your home whatsoever, you can't drink alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna want field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. They're also asking for a mental health evaluation. Is there mental health issues here?
Your Honor, I think it was just the dynamics of being with Mr. My interaction with her hasn't indicated that that is the issue.
All right. Have you ever been diagnosed with any type of mental health issues?
No, ma'am.
All right. Probation.
Yes, sir.
Is there a referral where she can go to for trauma or something to deal with this relationship? All right, we'll do a trauma assessment and the BIPP course. Probation, is there anything else?
Okay.
Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, when you're involved in relationships, if it ever gets to the point where somebody's hitting you or you're hitting someone, that relationship should probably end. And if you think somebody is cheating on you, there's no cause to get violent. You need to calm down and internally ask yourself, 1, if they are cheating, do I want to stay in this relationship? And if the answer is yes, you forgive them and move on. If that's a deal breaker for you, then you just move on. You understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you. You
You're
have a good
welcome.
day.
Thank you,
You too.
Judge.
Secundino Alcorta. What page is he on, number? Who's Alcorta? Thank you. Court is calling 2024 CR 009484, State of Texas versus Secundino Alcorta. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Sandra Box, state.
Defense?
Donald Wilson for the defense.
All right, in probation, this is an application. And are you Mr. Alcorta? Counsel, have you received all of the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? You're charged with failure to comply with the sex offender lifetime registration. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes,
Are you a US citizen?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication, and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea? Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years, and there be Chapter 62 registration. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense is charged, how do you plea? Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits, 1 and attachments, and review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, this was a situation that was unfortunate that resulted in because his driver's license expired. And getting an appointment is difficult these days with DPS, and he finally got one, then missed it. And he literally got arrested when he was registering, and he was just late. So it's an unfortunate situation, and he's been registering for 20 years, and this is the first time that this has happened.
All right, you understand that you have to register, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And the fact that you're going to get your driver's license and there is some sort of miscommunication, or the driver's license are doing something differently, there are still other places to register, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. Are you currently employed?
No, not this time.
So how do you support yourself?
As of 3 years ago, man, I was helping my wife take care of my mother-in-law, and she passed away about 6 months ago. I have not had a chance to go back to work. The fact that I was going to go apply for Social Security, because I can't keep a job because of my hands are really bothering me.
All right.
It's actually arthritis.
So how long have you not had employment?
5 years.
I'm sorry, what?
5 years.
All right, so in this court, I require that people are employed. So the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 2 years. $1,500 fine, probated, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, Chapter 62 registration, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, and there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. All right, I cannot order you to do community service because there's no place where they would accept you to complete community service. And are there any, where you live, are there any children in the household?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I have two children.
How old are they?
One's 18 and one's 13.
All right,
I've been married 20 years.
all right, Ms. Abrams, I know on the caseload, they'll come out and visit, correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Your excuse.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you, you too. Florinda Barron. All right, have you
Hi.
received all of the discovery?
I have, Judge.
Was an offer tendered?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 43.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Set this for a plea deadline date. When will you be here?
Oh, Judge, she's applying for PTD. I don't know if that makes a
Oh,
difference.
okay, I didn't
I'm
get
sorry.
that. Yes.
Sorry.
All right, she's applying for PTD?
Yes.
Have you all filled out the paperwork? All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a PTD date. All right, December 19th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Okay, thank you.
Dress it appropriately for the court. Have a great day.
Thank you, Judge.
Stephen Gibson. Stephen Gibson?
Morning,
Hello, Mr. Gibson. How are you doing?
Doing great.
and Judge, this is a PTD mental health application.
All right. And has he been found competent?
About 2 weeks ago, Judge, yes.
All right. I need a PTD date. Stephen Gibson, let's just put it for the 19th.
That's fine.
All right. We'll come back on December 19th.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Who's the prosecutor on Gibson, please?
Ashley Jones for the state.
All right, so here's my question. If you all are doing, oh, Mr. Gibson, don't leave yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem.
I'm sorry. It's just.
Oh, no. Guess what? When things are new and we don't understand the rules, that's okay, because we don't know. Once we know the rules, then we follow through with the rules, okay? All right, so on this case, he's saying PTD. So is he gonna be in the mental health court?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So Norma, I need to referral for mental health court then.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do it right now.
And so we'll come back on the 19th to see where we are, because I don't want to have you just sitting at the jail. So we'll bring you back on December 19th to see where you are with the mental health court evaluation process.
Okay.
What they've been telling me is January, but we're going to bring you back on December 19th just to see where you are.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Oh, no. I think I know pretty much show what's going on and then take those classes.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Who's here on Anthony Harris? Where's Mr. Harris? Oh, no, it's not the fact that they didn't bring him. It's he hasn't arrived yet. Am I correct on Harris?
He's not on the list.
Okay, why didn't he make the list?
We're supposed to have a trial setting today, is my understanding.
What page is he on?
He's not even on. Not.
Okay, why isn't he on the docket? Because I have down here, he was supposed to come over today dressed for trial. Yeah, it says recall for the 19th.
All right, that's what I had on my calendar.
Oh, that's what I have on my docket sheet too. All right. Recall this for the 21st. And he's to be brought over dressed. State. This is, I think this is criminal trial division. It's 2024 CR 007896. It's Harris. He's coming back on the 21st. And the defense counsel has filed motions that I'm assuming he wants heard. And Norma, if I could have, I don't know if you've given it to me or not, the referral to mental health court on Gibson.
No, not yet.
Yes, I do.
I'm ready to approach him.
All right, just give me 1 second to put this in the system. All right, did you have a chance to speak with your attorney?
Yes, fine.
All right. So how much time do you want?
Maybe 30 days so I can get the discovery and she and I can visit about it and then
Okay.
work out a resolution. I've already conferred with Mr. Edelman. He's made me an offer, so I'm ready. We can get moving. I just want to look at the discovery with my client.
All right, you want to bring her back the 19th?
Of December?
Mm-hmm.
That work for you? Sure. Yes, Judge.
All right, Norma, this is December 19th. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing else, Judge.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Let me get your autograph.
All right, Deputy Laura, let's try it now. Yes. All right, Jacob Kawazawa.
Your Honor, I represent him. He's not out. I'm here talking with the state about discovery, and I am missing a ton of discovery. No, he's still in the back.
So they'll have to bring him out.
I have to bring him out to approach. Okay, sorry, Your Honor.
So they're not. All right, it'll be this afternoon then. I mean, it'll be when it will be.
Penalty Group 2 drugs in Texas. Controlled substances categorized under Penalty Group 2/2A are considered less severe than those in Penalty Group 1/1A, but still have no recognized medical use and are considered highly addictive and dangerous. The general public considers majority of the substances under Penalty Group 2/2A to be soft drugs, whereas those in Penalty Group 1/1A are hard drugs. The most common controlled substances categorized under Penalty Group 2/2A are Delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, other than marijuana. Psilocybin, mushrooms. 3, 4-methylenedioxymethamphetamine, MDMA/ecstasy. Phencyclidine, PCP. Amphetamine, Adderall. Gamma hydroxybutyrate, GHB. Mescaline. Potential punishment for drug penalty group 2 offenses differs depending on the type of offense, possession, manufacture, and delivery.
Joey Garnica. All right, probation, this is an application. Court is calling 2024 CR 009776, State of Texas versus Joey Garnica. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense?
Adam LaHood, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Garnica?
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery and did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Mr. Garnica, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Your Honor, we're waiving count 1 and proceeding on count 2.
We have no objections to that, Judge.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 2, 4 to 400 grams, that the second degree felony range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand? Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, we're gonna go off the record for a moment.
All right.
This is the sentence Judge Boyd gave Joey Garnica. 6 years deferred adjudication granted. $2,000 fine probated, restitution TBD paid to SAPD for testing, regular report by Zoom/person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no home health care or W/minors, field visits 1X/M for 3 months, 200 CSR HRS, parent class, minus 200 credit HRS. All of his other cases were dismissed.
Joshua John Alcaraz, age 23. Joshua had a hearing last week, but he failed to appear and a warrant was issued and he was arrested again November 15, 2024. Here are his criminal cases past and present. 2024 Possession Controlled Substance Penalty Group 1, 1 gram TO 4 grams bond $3,500, offense and arrest date May 6, 2024, sentencing today. 2024 Failure to identify or giving false/or fictitious information awaiting filing. Offense and arrest date October 28, 2024. 2023 Possession Controlled Substance Penalty Group 1, 1 gram TO 4 grams dismissed, insufficient evidence. 2023 Criminal Trespass Private Prop dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2023 Fail ID Fugitive Intent Giving False Info, convicted, 23 days BCJ. 2023 Criminal Trespass Private Property Pretrial Supervision terminated, unsatisfactory dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2021 Criminal Mischief $100 to $750, convicted, 12 months deferred despite pretrial supervision terminated, unsatisfactory, then no surprise, his deferred is unsuccessful too, sentenced to 65 days. 2021 Failure to identify 2 police officer with Texas warrant dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2021 Theft mail equals 10 addresses convicted, 12 months deferred despite pretrial supervision terminated, unsatisfactory, then no surprise, his deferred is unsuccessful too, sentenced to 71 days. 2021 criminal mischief $750 TO $2,500. Stealing mail, dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2020 terroristic threat of family/household members, family violence dismissed, insufficient evidence. Joshua John Alcaraz was sentenced to 3 years deferred adjudication granted. TAIP eval and refer to felony drug court in custody, regular report by Zoom/person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no home health care or W/minors, 120 sober meetings in 120 days, field visits 1x/m for 6 months, 200 CSR HRS, get/trade certificate, minus 200 credit HRS. He has 12 criminal cases and 12 arrests in Bihar County, and he is only 23.
Hello again, Judge.
Hello again. All right, so where are we on this case?
Judge, first off, we have a motion to substitute again in our firm. I still need to look at discovery. I've been able to look at the state's file. I need access to videos. I've spoken with the state this morning. They're in the process of reviewing the case to tender a plea offer. We're asking for a short reset. I believe the court has already scheduled another case for December 19th. I could have that date to appear for discovery compliance and to let the state know whether we're going to be accepting a plea or not.
All right,
Please, Judge.
and is your client a citizen or not?
He is not a U.S. citizen, Your Honor. He has had a chance to consult with an immigration attorney. She's obtained a Padilla letter. I have an appointment to speak with her tomorrow afternoon.
All right, we're gonna go in the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 007-306, State of Texas versus Enrique Hernandez. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Harrison for the state. John St. Heinrich for Mr. Hernandez.
And are you Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez, can you raise your hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Mr. Hernandez, the attorney has filed a motion to substitute in as the attorney of record. Do you have any objections to this attorney representing you?
No.
All right, then the court will sign the motion and we will come back on December 19th.
Thank you, Your Honor. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. And once he signs the reset form, he'll be excused.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, you're so welcome. It was good seeing you. All right. Taylor Kirchmeyer? Kirchmeyer? All right, where are we on the PTD?
I have a signed contract ready to turn in, Your Honor.
Okay. I need a reset date for PTD.
I'm on vacation starting the 17th, Your Honor, vacation letter on file.
All right.
Through the 17th through the 7th.
All right, Norma. So bring this back on December 16th.
Okay.
And you need to make sure that you're here on that date. You understand? All right. Thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
James McGarity. Hi. Why are you late?
Just woke up late.
Sorry, what?
I just woke up late.
Well, this is not the first time that you've been late. You didn't show up on the 18th, which was yesterday. Then you show up late today. All right. You need to have a seat on the front row and don't leave. Yes, he does.
You want to put them in the box?
Sure. And you can see if his attorney is going.
He has to leave out of county.
Okay. Well, we can recall it for Thursday. All right, Norma, I just put him on the docket for Thursday. For Thursday? Deputy Laura, you can go ahead and take him through.
Okay.
John Pena?
Weinstein.
Yes. Is the attorney here on John Pena?
Yes, sir.
All right, Norma, I need a jury trial date, correct, counsel?
Yes, Judge, and we also we're gonna make an oral request for a bond setting on his remand without bond. State and I have heard about that.
All right. What date for jury trial?
Give me 1 second, Judge.
All right, your jury trial date is gonna be December 9th.
And I think the state has a recommendation in terms of a bond amount, and we're fine with the recommendation.
All right. We're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 6530 State versus John Paul Pena. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Raymond Martinez.
And are you Mr. Pena?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, defense, you're making an oral motion to set bond?
Yes, I'm actually filing one, Judge, but we just got retained yesterday, so I haven't quite got it done yet. He's remanded based on a previous failure to appear, but Mr. Pena's in.
Well, just 1 second. Any objections to the defense's oral motion?
No, Your
All right, you may proceed.
He had a previous failure to appear, Judge. His bond previously was 6,000. He had a death in the family, and there were some really sensitive, delicate matters to deal with at that point, and that's why he missed court. And the state's recommending a higher amount, and we're gonna agree to that.
All right, and are you aware of the death in the family?
I'm aware because he told me. I don't know personally. No, I don't know him personally as a client.
Okay.
But his wife, who's here in court, apparently was her brother, and I'm sure she was aware, and she could testify to it.
All right, and state, what are you requesting the bond at?
15,000, Your Honor.
And I see here that there's an assault family household member on 2024 PF 20097. Who's the complainant in that case?
His wife, Judge.
And what's her name?
Sarah M. Reyes. R-A-Y-O-S, R-O-Y-A-S.
R-A-Y-A-S.
Okay, Ara.
You do it.
R-A-Y-A-S.
Sorry.
All right, and is there no contact order in place with regards to that?
I signed one at the magistrate downstairs.
I'm assuming we'll be filing a motion to modify that condition. He's been in jail for a while now, about a month.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Any conditions with your recommendation for bond state?
Partial GPS, Your Honor.
Defense?
Judge, my client is self-employed. He's in the construction business. I know it's very hard to move around. The GPS, when you don't have a set place to go every day. So if he's got to put the GPS on, we would ask for tracking. He goes from job site to job site. It's kind of like as lawyers, you go where the work is.
Any objection to tracking?
No.
All right, there'll be GPS tracking. Are you able to afford GPS?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and I'm gonna set the bond at 20,000. And your next court date is gonna be for jury trial, and that's gonna be on December 9th. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you give them a reset form, is there anything else?
Not for today, Judge. No, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a seat, sir.
Excuse me. There's no talking in the box. That's how people get in trouble. You got to follow the rules. And for the people in the box, nobody in the box can help you because none of them are attorneys. And guess what? They're in the same position that you're in. There are only two things that somebody who's in custody can tell you. One, when is everybody catching chain? And two, how much time people are actually doing on parole. That's all. Anything else? No. Jonathan Ramirez?
Ready, Your Honor.
And did you get the other information from Norma?
Okay, I'll get that.
Court is calling 2024 CR 007913, State of Texas versus Jonathan Ramirez. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Alexandria Vargas to the state.
I'll report for Mr. Ramirez.
And are you Mr. Ramirez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all discovery and did you review it with your client?
I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Ramirez, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with assault family household with the impeding of breath or circulation? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. They're taking into consideration NIGHTMAG number 719787, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence. Do you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There'll be 48 hours of community service restitution and no contact with Angelina Ramirez. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as required for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
If the court pleases.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. I know that the crime is a serious crime. However, they share a child together. And although he's not court ordered to pay child support, I believe that's going to probably be coming. He does support the child. He has a job at Toyota. They don't have any contact with each other right now, him and the complainant. They deal with their child through the grandparents. And so he's remorseful for what he's done. We respectfully request the court to follow the agreement.
All right, how old are you?
22.
All right, here's what you need to realize about relationships. And I read the police report. If you think someone is being unfaithful, if you think someone is being disrespectful, you're involved with a conversation with them and they're talking to another guy or talking to another girl, you have 2 choices. One, you either accept it or you leave it alone. Violence is not the answer. You understand? And the child you have, is this a boy or girl?
He's a boy.
All right. Let me just tell you, children learn from their parents. That's how they learn to talk. If you see a child that's using profanity and they're very young, they learn that from the household that they're in and people are speaking profanity. If you see a child and they see abuse in their family, they will learn that that's how you deal with relationships. Maybe with son, they'll learn might makes right. And that's how you solve arguments. Maybe with the daughters, they'll be thinking, well, my father loves my mom and he hits on my mom. So maybe that's a way to show love. You don't want to bring that in the household. You understand? All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's a $1,000 fine. That will be probated. 4 years deferred adjudication. Take in consideration NIGHTMAG number 719787. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. 48 hours community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. All right, good luck to you. Probation will go over conditions. Once you've signed those, you may be excused. We can go off the record. And this court to be successful at probation, communication is key. If you feel there is an issue and probation is not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. you.